Hello and welcome back to Great British Biking Adventures. This is another bonus video and brief departure from our coast adventure to tell you about what extras, options and upgrades the bike has had. It is also a follow on from the previous video about the bike when I reviewed it and explained why we chose the Honda Cross Tourer. If you're enjoying these videos, please let us know in the comments down below. You can also give the thumbs up button a click to show your appreciation. Can I say from the outset, there's no affiliation to any of the products featured in this video. We bought them all ourselves. Also, this is just my opinion that I'm sharing so you might enjoy the content and perhaps benefit from it. Hopefully, it will be useful if you're wanting to do similar things to your bike, but I'm sure many of you already have and have done things differently. Please let us know politely in the comments below what you think. Also, most of the work was carried out by myself. It's impossible for me to say whether you will be able to do the same. It's your choice. We are the third owner of the bike and it appears it has benefited from improvements with each successive owner. In 2019, the Cross Tourer had 4 trim levels Honda called packs: Adventure, Touring, Sport and DCT. Our bike appears to be the Sport pack that came with the centre stand and a Kropovic silencer. In addition, the first owner seems to have opted for the heated grips as well. Keep watching to find out why we didn't want the Adventure pack with the Honda panniers, crash bars and fog lights. The next owner, the man we bought it from, told us he bought the bike for 2-up touring with his wife. Apparently they toured Scotland and decided it wasn't for them. He added the Givi crash bars and hard luggage, MRA bigger screen and had the seat customised for more comfort and what appears to be a reduced height. As it happened, what the previous 2 owners had done was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted the centre stand for ease of maintenance, especially while away and not having access to paddock stands. Even with heated gloves, heated grips are a must if you want to stay happy on a cold day. The Honda heated grips are probably less effective than aftermarket offerings from the likes of Oxford, but I like the way they are integrated to the bike with no big controller stuck to the handlebars. I spoke about the DCT automatic transmission in detail in the last bonus video. Funnily enough, it wasn't a priority for me when buying the bike. In fact, I went to see 2 manual Cross Tourers and even made an offer on one of them. I'm so glad it wasn't accepted. Although I wasn't against getting a DCT, I completely underestimated how much I would like and appreciate the automatic gearbox. In hindsight, it's possibly the best feature of the bike. When I found out Honda produced a genuine foot shifter accessory, I was curious. I discovered GT Motorcycles in Plymouth were selling the kit for what appeared to be a generous discount. I've put the details in the description, but at the time of production, I saw they had no stock according to their eBay store. Once I discovered Honda's instructions online, it was fairly easy to fit and program. No special electronic tools are needed. The shifter more or less does what the small paddle shifters on the left-hand switch and the neutral selector on the right-hand switch do. The 2 systems can be used at the same time to either override when in auto mode or use in manual mode. It was an unnecessary luxury, but I'm glad I've got the gear shifter. I'm not exactly sure who did the work, but the seat looks very similar to the custom seat we have on our Honda Blackbird. All I can say is both seats are fantastic. We rarely get any numbness or soreness even after many hours in the saddle. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find details of the manufacturer. I'm not a great fan of the genuine Honda luggage. It looks flimsy and a little dated, and I prefer the black to the silver. But the main reason is the opening. The Honda panniers open to the side, which can be a pain when trying to access the cases without stuff falling out. The luggage system is made by Givi. I'm really not sure how that should be pronounced, and forgive me for going from Givi to Givi. It's possibly not the very best available. Arguably SW Motortech takes that accolade, but it's still very good quality. It's the Trekker Outback adventure styled range, designed to take some punishment. Because of the style, if it gets a few scratches, it will look authentic rather than shabby. All 3 cases are the biggest available and considerably bigger than the Honda cases. The side cases are 48 litres and the top box is 58 litres, and they share the same key. I like the fact the right hand case is mounted in such a way there is no need to reduce its size or change its shape to accommodate the exhaust like some others. When camping they can be used as benches and tables and also provide a useful place to keep things tidy and dry. The mounting system is more robust than the Honda, although much less discreet. As you can see from our coast adventure, we strap camping gear to the top of the cases and they still feel solid. I I find it rather odd though that the Givi Soft Adventure luggage has a different attachment system, so it won't go directly onto the same frame. Keep watching to see what we use for soft luggage instead. The crash bars are what they are. They provide protection for the bike, a place to mount stuff like additional lights and the soft luggage, and something to push and pull the bike with. These are also made by Givi. The previous owner upgraded the Honda screen to a slightly larger one made by MRA. Givi Maker screen is quite a bit bigger though, but probably offers even more protection from the wind. I've not tried anything other than the MRA screen, so can't compare, but this screen gives very good protection. You can see it has an upper wing piece that is also adjustable, and I guess that helps. Later Honda Cross Tourers, like this one, have a simple adjuster to raise and lower the screen that can be done on the move. Relative to what had already been done, there was just a few more extras to make the bike what we needed it to be. Let's start with the screen. This winter I fitted a screen extender made by Palmer Products, who are based in the UK. The website is in the description below. It appears the guy who runs this company simply wanted to improve his own bike and discovered by extending the screen the airflow improved. I know what you're thinking, if the screen was so good, why did you get the extender? To mount the tablet you really need an accessory bar, but there aren't many options for the adjustable screen model. Palmer Products do an accessory bar that mounts to their screen extender, so I ended up buying the extender just to have the accessory bar. The extender also makes room to accommodate the tablet. I had to mount the bar in a much lower position to keep things neat, but in combination with the RAM mount system the result looks great. You'd think the tablet, screen extender, accessory bar, RAM mount and tablet holder were designed together with this result in mind. To power the tablet, phone and things like batteries and intercoms, I have fitted 4 USB charging sockets on each side of the inner fairing. The one on the left takes the place of the original cigarette socket that is now located under the seat. I neatly mounted the other USB socket on the opposite side. They look like they were always designed to be there. More on how these are powered later in the video. Now let's look at the additional lights. Initially I really wasn't bothered because for what little nighttime riding we do I thought the headlight would be sufficient. Then, coming back on the motorway from the NEC Bike Show in November, I realised the dip beam, although not terrible, could be a lot better. After some research I discovered some budget lights that had excellent reviews. They also had separate high and low beams. This was going to make it a bit more tricky to fit, but with the help of my mate Roger, shout out to Roger, we managed to do it so the lights had a separate switch, and once switched on, the bike's high beam switched both the headlight and spotlights. The main switch is a genuine Honda item that has been mounted in the vacant space next to the traction control switch. The result is it looks factory fitted. So how do we power all of this? Until recently all the electrical accessories were connected directly to the battery. You can imagine what the terminals were starting to look like. I needed a better solution that would protect the bike's battery from discharge. Heeltech do a product called Thunderbox. This connects to the battery and then provides separate outlets to connect the accessories to. It only sends power when the bike's battery is receiving a healthy charge, basically when it's running. For our needs we got the top model because it provides up to 8 outlets. Details are in the description. Many owners think the one thing that Honda should have provided with the Cross Tourer was cruise control. This wasn't common when the bike was first launched, but in recent years has become very popular with bikers. My solution isn't as good, but does the job of being able to rest the right hand a little on long stretches. It's basically a mechanical device that prevents the throttle from shutting back when you let go. There are many products that do this, but I opted for probably the most expensive, Keiko, because I wanted it to work safely. You can operate the bike normally, which I do most of the time, but a simple turn of a wheel creates resistance in the throttle. Keiko's kits are designed for specific bikes and upgrades, such as heated grips and handguards. The mobile phone holder is a cheap generic knockoff of the original RAM product and has integrated charging. In fairness, it's been very good. The phone has never fallen out of it, but as you can see, I have a safety strap in case it does. The water bottles were another thing I found on the internet and adapted to fit using the existing slots in the side cowls. They work much better than expected. Let's talk about the soft luggage. Because of their size and my liking for traffic filtering, the hard cases are not always ideal, So, for everyday riding and 1 or 2 nights at a B&B or hotel, we use soft panniers. We've gone for Lomo, who are based in Glasgow, Scotland. The company specialises in products made from tough waterproof material. They primarily target the water sports sector with things like dry suits, but they've cottoned on to the fact that the same material is ideal for waterproof bags for motorcycles, and now they produce a range of motorcycle luggage solutions. They produce high quality but affordable gear and have very good reviews. We've gone for the largest crash bar bags and panniers. They're great, but you have to remember they are universal and will not fit as seamlessly as some other bags. They require some thought and adaptation to secure them properly. I've strapped mine to the Givi hard case frames. You can see I've had to fashion a piece of thin stainless steel to prevent the exhaust from burning the bottom of the pannier. The tank bag is also made by Givi. Rather than magnets and straps, I wanted a quick release bag, and this has Givi's tank lock system, which allows us to easily remove the bag and take it with us. The system requires an additional fitting kit that attaches to the ring around the fuel filler. This is what the bag clips to. Givi do numerous tank lock bags of all sizes and styles, but the larger ones look a bit odd on adventure style petrol tanks because they don't follow the slope of the tank. Givi have addressed this for the Honda Africa Twin and specifically designed a bag to go with the steep drop off. The model is the 15-litre XS320. However, I'm not sure why. I think it's unique to the Africa Twin, but the mounting ring on the bike is 90 degrees out with the mounting ring on the tank. With a bit of adaptation, I simply moved the bag's mounting ring 90 degrees and hey presto, it fits. Finally, the tablet. This is a very new upgrade and, let's say, still in development. Modern bikes have an inbuilt screen similar to what you get in modern cars. They display all the riding information you need and more. Some will allow Apple CarPlay or Android Drive. I have several issues with this sort of modern technology being factory fitted. 1. I'm yet to find one that works as well as a phone or tablet for things like internet browsing, YouTube, not on the move of course, or even a sat-nav. 2. You're stuck with whatever software has been developed for it and the apps it will allow. 3. You can't unclip it and use it off the bike. 4. The hardware fairly quickly becomes out of date. These issues are demonstrated by the number of riders who still use an additional device, either a sat-nav and or a phone. Thork Racing have developed an app and other products that transform a phone or tablet into a motorcycle dashboard. I really won't be able to do it justice in what's left of this video, but very briefly, you can purchase their mounting system and a tablet directly from them, or you can just download their app and use your own device and mounting system, which is what I've done. Thork Racing also produce handlebar controllers to navigate the screen. I'm yet to go this far, but can see myself doing it sooner rather than later. The app, called Drive Mode 2 DMD2, is extremely impressive and constantly being improved. As well as a dashboard, they have their own maps and sat-nav that also include off-road routes. There's a digital roadbook function for the serious off-roaders. You can connect an OBD, an onboard diagnostics gadget, to your bike, and the screen will display the data in real time. The app also connects to existing apps on your device in a way that makes them easier to access from the bike. All this and you still have a tablet or phone with the usual functionality that comes with it. I've opted for a larger tablet than most people are using. The main reason was that at the time I was looking, Samsung had their 10-inch waterproof rugged Tab Active Pro on an unmissable deal. It's also a very popular tablet and there were several products available to mount it in. RAM produce a huge range of mounting systems for phones and tablets, not just for motorcycle applications. I think the tablet holder is aimed at industry but works for what I want as well. As you can see, it's a tough lockable holder with a combination lock. I realise the tablet could fairly easily be forced from the cradle, but it's enough to put off the tempted opportunist. The cradle is designed to work with a variety of RAM, arm and ball mounts. The normal 1-inch mount for phones is not strong enough for a tablet and cradle of this size. You need at least a 1.5-inch ball mount given its weight. I've mounted the lower ball on the accessory bar, followed by the arm that mounts to the ball on the back of the cradle. All this seems to work well, although the accessory bar is swivelling at times and I will need to find a solution to this. Like I said, it's early days for the tablet. Subscribe to keep up with any future updates about it and anything else I've covered in this video. If you want to know more, it's all in the description down below. I've crammed everything into this video to give an overview with enough detail to answer most questions, but if you want to know anything I haven't covered, please ask in the comments down below. We have a couple more bonus episodes coming soon, including what we like to take on our adventures and how we pack it all in, and what riding gear we use. Please subscribe to keep up with future episodes, and see you in the next adventure.